So Devstream 154 just ended, and in it we got a look at our next new Warframe, early kind of look at it, as well as some other bits and pieces. Now the theme of this Devstream was them talking about what to expect next with Warframe, what is the next big update, which is called the Sisters of Parvos. Basically, the Queen Pins, or the Corpus Liches that we've been calling them up until now, are going to be known as the Sisters of Parvos. And what you're seeing on the screen right now is everything that you can expect to come with that update. The new Warframe coming with this update is a fan artist created Warframe, and she is called Yareli. So an artist created Yareli, or a concept of Yareli, and Digital Extremes liked it so much that they reached out, asked this artist to work with them and help them create this frame for the game. Now she looks like a water based Warframe, and we're being told that she will be arriving with some lore, but not quest related. You'll be able to obtain or acquire her in a different way, a way that hasn't been done yet in the game. That's all we know about Yareli right now, but in the other image that we've seen of this Warframe, she has two other items drawn beside her, which could be abilities or possible weapons of some kind. We've been told that the next Devstream will show actual Yareli gameplay, but right now all we have is this artist's drawing. Which brings us up to the Sisters of Parvos themselves, the Corpus Liches. They will have 9 unique Corpus weapons for us to farm by killing these sisters, along with some other new weapons that are going to be added into the Void Storm loot pool for us to go after as well. Now, we got a small or short look at some of these Corpus Briefcase weapons, the kind of stances of them or the animations of them. One of them turns into a two-handed Nakana, another briefcase turns into a giant two-bladed sword, a double-bladed sword, and another one turns into a hammer and shield variant. But Steve did say that there was also going to be Granum versions of the Archoplasma as well as the lens as well, so I'm guessing the Granum name is what's going to be in front of any of these weapons that you get from killing these Sisters of Parvos. There is also going to be weapons added to the Kuva Lich pool, so new weapons. The Kuva Heck, the Kuva Grattler and the Kuva Zar are going to be added into the Kuva Lich pool, which means there is a small truckload of new weapons on the horizon with this Sisters of Parvos update. Now the sisters themselves will have a robotic hound type of pet that will do the fighting for them, so they're not going to actually attack you themselves. They're going to stand back and probably shout at you while this hound does most of the work. Now they did also mention that you will have the ability to acquire one of these hounds for yourself after you have vanquished a Sister of Parvos, and when you're being hunted by one of these hounds or one of these sisters, the hound itself will have a mock version of your Warframe's head on a platter sitting on top of its head, which kind of looks super weird, really bloody weird, like dinner is served except it's Inros's head on a plate resting on a dog's head, which I don't know. Teshin will soon be selling an item called a Riven Cipher, which will allow you to open a Riven without doing the challenge you need to do in order to unlock it, so you can bypass doing those challenges. This is Ember Deluxe. The skin looks amazing, looks like Titania in a way, and this is an early design for Revenant Deluxe skin as well. It is in the very early stages. Syndicate armor is being added to the game as well, shoulder, leg and chest armor for each syndicate that you want to represent, and you can buy this armor for the syndicate reputation. There are 4 new augments being added into the game. There is a Wisp augment, a Grendel augment, a Protea augment and a Zephyr augment as well. The Wisp one is basically a universal reservoir where you can basically cast one button and it will pop all of your reservoirs down at once, or 3 of them, sorry. There is a Grendel augment for his Nourish ability, which will remove status effects and make him status immune for a bit. There is a Protea augment which will allow your dispenser to revive sentinels. However, this is going to be an Excellent slot 1, which means you could bring this onto any Warframe that you want to. The Zephyr augment is for secondary damage, can be ramped up to 500% more damage when you hit enemies with your airburst. So I guess you can buff your secondary pistol damage by hitting enemies with that airburst. Now quality of life changes are also coming to Railjack and your wreckage limits, or I guess your scrapping, where you're going to be able to stack all of your scrap amounts to stop you from, I guess, having to jump out of a mission, scrap as much items as you can, which kind of stops you from running any more missions because you have hit that limit. So these are going to stack, and on the Devstream they stacked up to, I think it was 100 per pile, and then you can choose to scrap them whenever the hell you want to. So that's pretty much the meat and veg of the Devstream. There wasn't a whole lot with the exception of the new Warframe, or sorry, there wasn't a whole lot in relation to the new Warframe except for visuals and the name and the fact that we know it's coming with the next major update, and we're not going to see gameplay of Yareli until the next dev stream, which probably won't be for another month, another 4 weeks. So I'd imagine this update is another 2, possibly 3 months away, 2 at least minimum anyway. But yeah, that's a dev stream. As always, thanks for watching.